I'm sure you'd agree, subpar performance today. What didn't start for Sheffield United?
From the whistle, really. You know, first half it's tough when you start that slowly to then regain it. So it was more or less a bit of shock treatment at half-time, making substitutions, upsetting people, trying to change the mentality. Funnily enough, the performance was much better second half, and we ended up getting punished. But the first half performance, starting on the back foot the way we did, is not going to give you a chance to win games in this league. We know how tough it is when you're playing at your best. So, it was the start of the game that really disappointed me, that first half performance.
Can you put your finger on why? You've had a good week, you've had the winning feeling this week, players have come back after injury, etc.
No, you can't. You can't put your finger on that. If it was that easy, we'd be up near the top of the league, wouldn't we? So we know how difficult it is. Yeah, we've got players back, and I'm delighted that Bash and Sanders got minutes under the belt, but we know, they know, everyone watching knows that they're not going to be at their best because they've been out of action. But we have got games between now and the end of the season, and our fate is sealed, so we will be lucky to use them again and make sure that they're in a good place ready for next season.
It's that balance of trying not to be too carefree in how you play whilst also keeping your standards as good as you possibly can, isn't it?
But first half it was just too passive with the ball. We weren't good enough without the ball, too standoffish, not enough tackles. The start of the second half was the exact opposite, and how we want to play and how this team can play, and what's brought them the success. So yes, while we got punished with the goals second half, the attitude and the way the team looked was much better.
Does it give you food for thought? Because yes, players are returning, of course, but certainly with regard pass and movement and the triangles out wide, it looked a little bit more like when Sheffield United were at the peak of their powers.
Yeah, well,
at times.
That's it. It's a mentality. Same play, it's a mentality, and you have to, especially when you're playing against opposition like this, you can't be fearful. You can't start on the back foot. You can't be worried about what they're going to do to you. You have to try and impose yourself on the game. And you know, if your best is not good enough, then so be it. But the first half wasn't our best.
There was a controversial moment regarding John Fleck. Have you been able to see the footage? What's been said about that and his coming together with Lo Celso?
Yeah, no, I've not seen it other than live. The fact you're probably the seventh person to ask me about it now makes me think that it's been a debating point. But as I said in the other ones, there's no hiding place now, the amount of cameras at a football match, so I'm presuming it's been seen by everyone and debated, and we have to trust the VAR and the officials.
So you mentioned two significant players have come back today and played a not unreasonable amount of football. I mean, that bodes well for the remainder of the season, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's good for them. Like I say, who knows, if we'd have had everyone available, we might have kept the same team that won against Brighton, but we had to make changes. We tried to just make one, and Bash coped really well. Left side is a little bit unfamiliar to him, but he's played all over the pitch now. But the performance, they're playing on the front foot, the way we want to play, the way this team has played, no one could see that first half, so we had to change it about, and obviously that allows Sander to get minutes.
Just finally, Rhian Brewster, how do you get the best out of him? Because there were times in that first half where he could have made runs that he wasn't been doing, and just wondered where you thought he was at, sort of head-wise in the process.
Yeah, head-wise, well, obviously he's going to be suffering from confidence because it's been a big step up, and he's not been able to find the target and find the goals. But he's responded very well to what we're asking him to do. He's working hard in training, and he understands that that's the only way to get out of it. Keep working hard, keep getting your head down, and I'm convinced something will drop for him. You know, sometimes you go through these runs. As a striker, it might be not scoring goals. As a midfielder, it might be other parts of your game. But that's part of football. It never goes easy all the way through. And you find moments where you're in the team and you're out of the team, or your form's good or your form's bad. But one thing is for certain, you have to know how to battle your way out of it.